So I just checked out the new Stephen King movie, The Long Walk, and it is a very emotionally draining movie. So the plot is pretty simple. It is post-apocalyptic. People from all 50 states pick a volunteer, pretty much a tribute, if you will, to participate in the long walk. Last one standing gets untold riches and one wish. And the way that you win is by walking. And if you can't walk no more, you die. So, really simple premise. It was the Hunger Games before it was cool. It was the original version, pretty much. And seeing this adaptation of the book, especially having heard from a friend after the movie who loved the book so much, also really loved the movie, it's a pretty faithful adaptation to the book. And so if you know what the book does, you're just going to be seeing it in live action and not in your imagination, which is really cool. The story is really good. I think it's really impactful and really well made and well told. But there are some issues in just the pacing of it all, which is funny with a movie just all about making sure that you are on pace. It feels like it's kind of ironic there. But yeah, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenally told, and it really gets you to care about the characters, and I think that's a struggle sometimes with these types of movies, is getting to care about everyone, and you really do care about everyone. So, really solid. Really did like that, so I'm going to give it a hand grenade score. Cinematically speaking, there isn't really much there. There's not really a lot of music, and I will be honest that the sound mixing felt a little off at one point, but I'm not going to count it against it. It was just one weird instance. It could be the movie, it could not be. Who knows? But it was very well shot. But yeah, visually it doesn't really have much going for it. So it's got beautiful set pieces, I guess, beautiful sets, but I'm going to give it a Hot Pocket score here. Directing, I thought it was really well directed. Funny enough, when I saw the director's name, I'm like, Francis Lawrence, isn't he the guy who did Hunger Games? And yeah, no, they got the guy who did Hunger Games to do this movie, and I find that a whole nother level of just comedy gold. So yeah, but I do think, like I've said, I feel like this movie is it felt a little too long at some points. Like, it could have been paced a little bit better. And it's not like they needed to cut some of the more, emotional beats. I thought they were all handled really well. Just something about the movie's pacing. It just doesn't feel its runtime. It feels longer, and that's never a good sign in a movie, in my personal opinion. So, directing, while it's gorgeous, its slight pacing issue with the subject matter of pace being the main follow-through of the whole movie, I think it's funny, so I'm going to give it a Hot Pocket score here. But now, let's talk about where this movie absolutely shines, because if it didn't shine here, it would not have been very good. And that is the performances. Every single actor in this movie was phenomenal. They were just excellent. A pluses across the board. They were great. Every scene, every conversation, and there were a lot of them because they were just kind of walking and vibing for a good chunk of the movie. You really got to know each character of our main cast very, very well, and that was very cool and really well done. And that was my favorite part of the movie, just seeing the intrapersonal connections between all of the characters who had a lot of speaking roles. That was just really well done. And the standout, the absolute standout, David Johnson, my GOAT. He was phenomenal in Alien Romulus last year. phenomenal in this movie this year. Like, oh my god, how have I not seen more of him? Phenomenal actor. I cannot get enough of his roles and his performances. Always fantastic. I cannot wait to see more from him because I have yet to be disappointed by one of his roles. Great performance by David Johnson. So good. And the whole cast was so good that this is the easiest hand grenade score I think I've ever given for a cast. And, like, when I say the cast, I do mean the whole cast. Like, even the smaller roles had such a big impact. So, yeah. Overall, expectations and experience. This was about what I expected. At one point, I'm like, who is probably going to win the long walk? I'm like, oh, it might be this character. And then I remembered, wait, this is Stephen King. It's probably not that character. And I was right. It was the other one. And so I can't believe it. I was right. And you might be right too if you've seen the movie. If you haven't, then have fun watching it and crying your eyes out. I almost did. My friends did. But yeah, solid movie, fantastic time. I do strongly recommend it. But however, I'm not one for really sad movies and rewatching them a lot, so I will have to give this a Hot Pocket score. Like, this is a certified Hot Pocket movie, just because it's like I like to say, sometimes these Hot Pocket movies, like, you don't want that sense of dread for too long and sadness in your life, so Hot Pocket score, just because you might die of dehydration watching this movie from all the tears that will be happening. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on The Long Walk if you've seen it or now you're planning on seeing it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Till next time, bye.